Ever wonder how those massive chemical plants keep things running smoothly?
It's a high-stakes world
It is.
where efficiency and safety are absolutely paramount.
And I bet you a lot of our listeners are in manufacturing,
Absolute.
or they're at least familiar with it.
Yeah.
So they know that the pressure is always on to kind of like boost that efficiency, right?
Every little bit counts
Exactly.
when it comes to those margins.
Yeah. So imagine if you can wave a magic wand and suddenly slash your downtime,
Right.
and, boost your profits
Like, who would want that?
by like 10%.
Sign me up.
It sounds too good to be true, but
It almost does.
that's exactly what we're going to dive into today.
Yeah.
We're looking at how chemical plants are using some really cool digital tools
Mm-hmm.
to make some serious gains in both efficiency and safety.
That's right.
And, I think what's really interesting is that what's happening in the chemical industry right now
Yeah.
is kind of like a blueprint for how a lot of industries can modernize.
It's a great case study for anyone who's dealing with aging infrastructure.
Exactly. We've got some research here
Yeah.
and a couple of really interesting case studies all focused on this digital transformation
Mm-hmm.
that's going on in these huge facilities. But I think,
Yeah.
we got to start with the elephant in the room, right?
Absolutely.
Like a lot of these plants are still super reliant on like old school paper processes.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking,
Neva's manual process.
yeah, maintenance logs, safety checks, operator rounds.
Stuff that's critical but hasn't quite caught up with the times.
Yeah, it's all still done manually in a lot of places,
Exactly.
which like you can imagine is kind of a nightmare.
Well, think about it. Paper trails.
Yeah,
They're slow, they're prone to errors,
totally.
and real-time communication. Forget about it.
Right.
Plus, there's a real safety risk when crucial information is buried in a mountain of paperwork.
So that's where the digital revolution comes in, right?
Exactly.
Companies like Sigga are coming in with these awesome mobile apps
And scheduling software.
that integrates directly with those legacy systems.
Yeah.
Like SAP.
It's like giving these plants a serious technological upgrade.
It's a total game changer.
Yeah.
In fact, one of Sigga's clients, a leading chemical company, saved a whopping $10.5 million
Wow.
after implementing their system.
10.5 million.
That's the power of digital tools.
That's huge. In
Yeah.
action. So how did they achieve those kinds of savings?
Well, a big chunk of it comes down to reducing unplanned shutdowns.
Uh-huh.
When you have real-time data at your fingertips and technicians can access manuals
Right.
and checklists instantly.
Right. On their mobile devices.
On their mobile devices, you can shift to a preventative maintenance model.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're fixing small issues before they snowball into major breakdowns that halt production.
Okay.
And McKinsey's research shows this alone can boost profits by 4 to 10%.
So they're not just sitting around waiting for something to break.
No,
They're actually being proactive.
absolutely. It's about being proactive. But it's got to be more than just the money, right?
It is.
Because, safety
Oh, safety is
is a
paramount
major concern.
in these plants. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Digital tools have a huge impact there.
Okay.
Imagine operator rounds. Instead of scribbling notes on a clipboard,
Right.
technicians can use an app to report potential hazards in real time.
Okay, so you're getting that information instantly.
Exactly. It triggers immediate action, this kind of transparency.
Yeah.
Can prevent accidents and ensure you're complying with regulations.
It's really about empowering those people, right?
Absolutely.
Who are on the ground.
Give them the tools and the information they need
Yeah.
to work safely and efficiently.
Yeah, and I think this probably also ties into that wrench time we were talking about before.
Yes.
That's the actual time technicians are spending,
Working on the equipment.
hands-on with the equipment.
Not hunting down paperwork or waiting for instructions.
Right.
This company saw a 25% jump in wrench time.
Wow, so they're actually getting stuff done.
Getting more done
Yeah.
with the time they have.
That's incredible, and that must have a big impact on that
It does.
overall equipment effectiveness metric.
Right. OEE.
OEE.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So for our listeners who might not be familiar, can you just give us a quick
Sure.
explanation of what OEE is?
OEE, or overall equipment effectiveness, measures how well a plant is utilizing its equipment.
Clear.
It's like a report card for productivity,
Okay.
and it's got 3 main components:
Yeah.
availability, performance, and quality.
Okay, so break that down for me. Like,
I'm
how
happy.
do these digital tools actually improve those specific areas?
So by reducing that unplanned downtime, you're directly increasing availability.
Okay,
That means your equipment is up and running more often.
makes sense.
Performance improvements come from things like optimizing those maintenance schedules,
Right.
having instant access to the right information, which speeds up repairs,
Okay.
and digital checklists and real-time data capture.
Help ensure processes are followed consistently, minimizing errors and defects.
So it's like this holistic approach
It is.
that touches like every aspect of the
Every
plant.
single aspect.
It's no wonder they're seeing those kinds of results.
So the results speak for themselves.
And I think it also ties into this bigger trend that we hear so much about,
Yes, it does.
this Industry 4.0.
Exactly.
For those who, may not be super familiar with that term.
Right.
Can you give us a quick overview of kind of what that means?
So Industry 4.0 is all about creating what we call smart factories.
Okay.
These factories use interconnected systems, data-driven decision-making,
Okay.
and advanced technologies to optimize every aspect of production.
So it's like this big picture vision. And
I'd
these
say.
digital tools that we're talking about are kind of
They're the building blocks.
like the building blocks
So we can make it all possible.
to make it all happen.
Exactly.
And the chemical industry is really at the forefront of this, right?
They're leading the charge.
Yeah. In fact, Sigga reports that over 70,000 technicians globally are using their mobile apps every day.
Wow.
It's a real indication of the widespread adoption we're seeing.
It's amazing to see how these tools are improving efficiency,
Yeah.
safety, and even just like the way a whole industry evolves.
It's about more than just the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about how that technology empowers people
Right.
to work smarter and safer.
It really makes me think, like, how far can we take this?
That's the question.
Like, how could we apply these tools in other industries?
Yeah. Could we see similar transformations
Yeah.
in other fields?
Yeah, it's definitely food for thought.
It is.
I think the big takeaway here is that going digital is not just some kind of like
Right.
tech fad, right?
Yeah.
It can have a real impact on how businesses operate and how people work.
Absolutely.
We'd love to hear from you guys, our listeners. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see these kinds of digital tools making a difference in your industry? Share your thoughts on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's continue the conversation.
Let's keep talking about it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure having you.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
Always.
I'm excited to do more of these.
Me too.
All right. See you later.
See ya.